Hello, and welcome to the Modem self-install video for you, our members. This video should give you a basic understanding of how to set up your home's modem or router. If you have any questions during the video that do not get answered or get confused at any point, you can call our 24/7 local support center at 907-745-6281. Before we start, we need to figure out what kind of service line is running to the building. There are two easy ways to figure this out. First is to take the Zyxel router that you have been assigned and look at the ports on the back. If the device has a DSL port, then there is probably a copper line running to your building. If the device does not have a DSL port, or you were not assigned a Zyxel router because you'll be using your own device, then you should have a fiber line. Another way to check and see what kind of service you have running to your building is what the service outlets look like. If your service connection is a wall outlet or small box with a DSL label on it, then you have a copper line. If the service outlet has a data label on it, or it is an optical network terminal, which will look like either of these devices, then you have a fiber line running to your building. This video is going to go over how to set up a modem or router with a copper service line. If you have a fiber service line, the first link in the description will redirect you to a video explaining the setup for a modem or router with a fiber service line. First, we need to find the building's internet outlet. Like stated before, this will either be a wall outlet or small box with a DSL label on it located on a wall of the building. Now, let's unpack the device. Inside of the Zyxel box, you will have the modem or router, a power cable, and some DSL and Ethernet cables. With the device completely unpacked, let's get it connected. First, take the DSL cable, not to be mistaken for the Ethernet cable, and plug it into your building's service outlet. You can tell the difference between a DSL and Ethernet cable by how wide the plug head is and how many cable strands are in the plug head. As you can see, the DSL cable only has 4 strands in the plug head, while the Ethernet cable has 8. From here, we will take the DSL cable that we just plugged into our service outlet and plug it into the DSL port on our device, which will usually be a gray color. Now, we need to make sure that the provided device has power. Take the power plug from the box. It should look like this, where one side is a normal wall power plug, and the other side is a small cylindrical plug for the Zyxel device. Take the side with the wall power plug and plug it into a wall power outlet close to where you are going to set up the device in your building. Now, take the other side and plug it into the Zyxel's power port. With power being supplied to the device, it should turn on automatically, which you can confirm by checking if any of the lights on the front of the device have turned on. Once the light for the internet symbol at the top of the device, which looks like a little globe, is solid green, your device should have connection to the internet. If you are using our total Wi-Fi plan, the 2.5G and 5G lights at the bottom of the device will indicate if your Wi-Fi connection is functioning. If you have your own router that you would like to connect, the process is going to have a couple extra steps. First, you'll need to take an Ethernet cable, not a DSL cable, and plug it into the WAN/LAN port on the Zyxel device. Now, we take that cable that we just plugged into the Zyxel device and plug it into the WAN/LAN port on your own router. Just like with the Zyxel device, make sure your router is connected to a power outlet and then check and see if any of the lights on the front of it are turned on. At this point, you will need to do some extra setup on your own router. Some routers have an app that you can use on your phone, and others have a computer web interface or application that you can use. For this step, you'll need to call our support center at 745 6281, as there's information that you will need from them for security reasons, and they will also walk you through how to set up your own personal router. At this point, you should have successfully set up your home's copper modem or router and have connection to the internet. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to call our 24/7 local support center at 907 745 6281. We hope you have a great day and enjoy your service experience with MTA.